200 alleged Venezuelan gang members have been flown from the United States to El Salvador. The deportations taking place despite an order from a U.S. federal judge to temporarily suspend the expulsions. This past Friday, the U.S. president signed an order invoking the Alien Enemies Act. Civil rights group had argued that Donald Trump's use of the act from 1798 would allow for mass deportations of adults without explanation or due process. We can now go across to The Guardian's David Smith standing by in Washington. David, how is the Trump administration justifying openly flouting a federal judge's order?
The White House is claiming that judge did not have legal authority to stop these deportations. And the White House press secretary said, a single judge in a single city cannot direct the movements of an aircraft full of foreign alien terrorists who were physically expelled from U.S. soil. She argued the court had no lawful basis. In addition, reportedly, the White House was saying, look, these planes carrying these Venezuelan gang members, as they perceive them, were already in international waters, and therefore the court order could not force them to turn back. But as you can imagine, all of that is hotly disputed by immigration lawyers, advocates, and others who really see this as a constitutional crisis, as the White House directly defying the orders of a judge. They should have turned those planes back. They should have stopped further planes taking off. More than 250 Venezuelans. There are also concerns being raised about, were all of these people really gang members? Were some caught up in this accidentally? And, grave fears what this means going forward. Some of the critics of the Trump administration had been saying this moment would come where the White House defied the courts. The White House still denies that, but many would argue that's exactly what has happened here.
Dave, we've seen extremely heavy-handed immigration policies from the U.S. president right since he took office this time around. Firstly, are they working, and what has the public's reaction been like?
Yeah, I mean, there are other cases like this. A doctor who has been sent to Lebanon, even though he had a valid work visa. We've got the case of a graduate student from Columbia University who was arrested, accused of supporting Hamas, even though there's no evidence for that. And yet, Trump's policies are still pretty popular with the American public. There was an opinion poll over the weekend for NBC News that showed a majority supporting Trump's crackdown on immigration and border security, even though at the same time, people were actually going cool on him for his handling of the economy, which always used to be a Trump strong point. But they're still backing him on immigration, and some of the reasons for that, they look at the border with Mexico, where apprehensions of people trying to cross that border were down to an all-time low last month. Far fewer people making that treacherous journey through Mexico, through difficult conditions to reach the border. There may be various reasons for that, just including a fear factor, a chilling effect. People just don't think they're going to get through anymore or be able to seek asylum. So, right now, some mixed signals, huge criticism of Trump's heavy-handed approach, and lower figures in terms of actual deportations than even Joe Biden had, but also signs that there are fewer people coming over the border, and Americans seem to like that.